I've bought at least 10 of these shirts over the last 5 years, and I finally convinced this company to give me a discount code for my viewers so I would have an excuse to do a video on the only button-down shirts I wear. Whether or not you lift weights, it's a good idea to get an athletic fit button down. And honestly, if you've got a bit of a belly, you can just size up and it'll work. Like, a really big belly might not work, but if you're very slim, or if you're muscular, or if there's a little belly, or if you carry some extra fat around your chest that that fat makes itself known by pulling your chest buttons apart, I found the perfect button down after many years of searching. And weirdly enough, the design was inspired by a very strange feature on the Royal Thai police uniform, a zip. Trust me, it'll make sense. My name's Nick.
And I'm Troy.
And this channel is Stridewise, where we look at men's boots and apparel that's built to last. Troy is sick with COVID today, so he's filming his bits at home, aren't you, Troy?
Yep.
Troy is our model for a guy who does not lift and still wants to look good in these shirts. And we're gonna come back to him in a minute. Before I had this YouTube channel about clothes and boots and stuff, I actually worked in the fitness industry for some 10 years. And while I'm definitely not the biggest guy and certainly not the most tan guy, I have always had trouble finding button downs that fit. Like on me, they tend to be either baggy at the waist or straight up and down, which makes the buttons gap in my chest, or just, yeah, too loose, right? And I think for most guys, athletic or not, that buttons gapping at the chest thing happens pretty often if you don't want to wear baggy button downs. And if you search for athletic fit shirts, which basically means that they have room in the chest and taper down a little bit at the waist, companies that make shirts with that kind of fit, like Rhone and Maison and Main, these are brands that I've tried and bought before, they always go with these weird stretchy materials because they assume that athletic folks want shirts that feel like workout clothes. And we don't. I mean, I don't, not always. We just want nice shirts with nice normal materials and a shirt that doesn't gap at the chest. And that company, like the company that makes the only button downs I wear, is Teddy Stratford. This is a true endorsement from me. If you look at these clips, you'll see I have been wearing their shirts for years. That blue one I started the video in is very worn in, but this brand, it's not as big as I think it should be. So I asked them if I could make a video about them, and I secured a discount code with this percentage and this code on the screen. So hopefully this video can help them out a little bit, get them some business, because I want them to do well, because I really like them. So let's talk about the fit before we talk about the materials. Teddy Stratford has the biggest chest to waist drop of any brand out there. It tapers at the waist and gives you plenty of room on top, but they look good even if you don't lift. Troy here has volunteered as the guy who doesn't lift model for these shirts, haven't you, Troy?
Yes.
Thanks, pre-recorded Troy. Now, when I said I was gonna have some of these shirts sent to him, Troy wasn't that optimistic, but tell us what you think of these shirts, my man.
Yeah, when you said that you were going to send me one of your favorite athletic fit shirts, I was a little skeptical, right? I'm not nearly as fit as you are, but I gotta say, well, I wouldn't say that I look, swole, right, or jacked or anything like that. There is some taper that gives a little bit more of that shape, that definition, right? It at least gives the perception that I go to the gym occasionally, right? So hey, pretty good.
Very cool. And my very slim buddy John at the Cavalier, he's not the swollest dude around, but as you can see in his video on this brand from a few years ago, it looks really good on him as well. Yes, these shirts have an invisible zipper running down the middle. Brian, the guy who founded Teddy Stratford, spent a lot of time in Thailand where police uniforms zip up the middle because like apparently that offers something of an advantage in a struggle. Like you can't slip a hand beneath the buttons and like get a grip, that kind of thing. And Brian thought it would make a great solution to the eternal gapping problem that fit dudes have with button downs. But again, it's good for a lot of body types. Now, athletic fit shirts don't need a zipper if they just give you room in the chest, which this shirt does. Like, I don't particularly care that it has a zipper. I just love the fit and the fact that they're made with decent materials. It just so happens that the best athletic fit shirt that's made with nice materials also happens to have a zipper, which does do a great job of making sure that there's no gapping around the chest. I've also heard some people say that the zip is great for people with disabilities or motor difficulties who struggle with doing button after button. So that's a nice potential benefit as well. Another less well-known design cue in this shirt, but one the company actually managed to patent, is the stay down collar. It turned out Brian hates collars that collapse or spread open like a lot of shirts do, especially more casual shirts. So he made this interlocking system with collar stays. So you tuck the bottom into this buttonhole under the collar and it stays sticking up and never spreads out. And if you want to wear a tie, you can just untuck that collar stay. So that's pretty neat. There are a few pretty innovative things about this shirt. Okay, let's talk about materials. This brand helpfully divides their collection into dressy and casual, whatever materials you like. And even if you do like those stretchy ones, you can find that in their store as well. When they're cotton, their shirts are 100% long staple Egyptian cotton woven in Turkey, and they're just nice, man. Like, it's really good quality materials. Great hand feel. The longer fibers of long staple cotton makes for an extra silky and durable fabric, which is really great. The gray shirt I was wearing earlier is a lightweight flannel, which I really love because you don't have to iron it. Their best known shirt is the NYTD blue, which I was wearing for years before I learned that the blue cotton is technically denim. The NYTD comes in a few colors now and it's signified by the 2 flap chest pockets, which I love because they make the shirt nice and informal while still making you look put together. And more than that, it helps to keep your nipples from poking through. Like the NYTD blue, I've worn weekly for 3 or 4 years now, so it's pretty beat up, but I still think it looks really great. I've also got a couple of linen options like this one, and there's also the lovely white short sleeve I had on earlier. And thank God these pockets hide the nipples on the very, very lightweight linen. This is a safari shirt in linen, and they've got dressy fabrics too, like a wrinkle resistant broadcloth that's dressier that I'm probably gonna wear to my sister's wedding next month. And although it's wrinkle resistant, it's still 100% cotton. It just has a tighter weave than the Oxfords or twills, so it's easy to care for. I also have this off-white Oxford from them. This one does need quite a lot of ironing, but you know, that's because it's a traditional material, and traditional materials often do. If you're more interested in the stretchy fabrics, Troy and I both have some. Mine is a stretch twill. Mine is dressier. This is more casual. And I just really like the shirts, man. If you work in an office, they've got you covered. If you want a Western style shirt, they've got you covered on that. And there's like just about everything in between. They cost 100 to 150 bucks. And if you know a thing or two about materials, you'll probably be comfortable with those prices. Like, no one can tell there's a zip here. The dressy ones like just work, like they work well. They work perfectly in formal environments. The casual materials are really superb as well. Once again, I've got a discount code, so you can use that. I'd love it if you did. And if you sign up for the emails as well, you get emailed discount codes pretty regularly. So that's a pretty handy tip as well. The main downside of these shirts is that you need to be careful with ironing them. Like if you get it cleaned, you need to make sure they aren't using an industrial clamshell press because it will pinch the zipper pull closed. And also, like with some of the materials, like the linen, you need to wash it and dry it to get the shrinkage out of it before you know what they'll look like on you in real life. And also, if you're someone who likes to walk around with this shirt unbuttoned, the zip might look a little funny when you do that. But this is my favorite shirt brand, man. Like, I no longer have to make the decision between nice material and nice fit. These guys pulled it off. It's shocking that I had so much difficulty finding someone that does both of those things. There are athletic fit ones, there are athletic fit brands that they're almost always stretchy. I don't know, man. Teddy Stratford did their homework on the materials and the fit. Teddy Stratford, listen, man, I'm pumped. I'm really happy I have an excuse to talk about them. I like them, and that's my video. Discount code if you like this stuff. I'm pretty happy I managed to pull this video together and get you guys a code. And otherwise, subscribe to this channel. I usually do kind of more rugged stuff than like dressy shirts like this, but I am very glad that I had a chance to talk about it because this is my go-to button-down shirt brand. All my shirts are buttoned down with these, and they don't even button down. It's a fun brand. It's very interesting. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.